The following announcement has been paid for by
Your boy Rob, bitch.
Man lives in the sunlit world of what he believes to be reality. But there is, unseen by most, an underworld, a place that is just as real, but not as brightly lit. A dark side.
Yo, so welcome back. If you've seen the first video, smash the like button, subscribe right now. But today, we're gonna be having something very, very different today. And what we have today is wrestling. That's right. Wrestling. Quick story, I have been collecting since elementary to right now, and that's, oh my god. I can say maybe about, I had to be like 9 years old when I started collecting them. And I'd like to share some with you guys and talk a little more about it. And they are the vintage throwback wrestling shirts. And I'd like to give you guys some tips in case you guys want vintage wrestling shirts just like me. Let's get started, bro. So what we got here is a vintage shirt of The Rock. Check that out. Quick story, my dad found this one. I say he found this in the parking lot. True story. I had to be in the 5th grade. How do you find such a thing like this? I don't know, but my dad found this in the parking lot. He did not buy it. He said it was just some moron just left it on the ground. And I'm gonna put it on right now and show you guys. Let's check it out. Here we are, we got a 1998 of The Rock. It's a nice throwback shirt, as you can see. Very nice, very nice. No holes, no stains. It's a little faded, but that's all right. It's not so bad. It gives it that throwback look, as you can tell. And here's a quick tip, guys, but if you see somebody at the vintage store, or maybe the vintage meetups where everybody sells their vintage merch, if you see holes in it, if you see this print scratched right off, or maybe torn off, or maybe the whole collar is just stretched out and the guy tells you $50 to maybe $100, don't do it, guys, please. They are just trying to rip you off, trying to make some money. I understand everybody gotta make that bread, you know what I'm saying? They all gotta make that bread, but at the same time, it's not fair for the people who were already collecting. And I noticed that a lot of people started collecting vintage shirts lately. It's like a thing now, but I've been collecting shirts for a very, very long time. And when I mean a long time, I mean since elementary school. And it's not fair for people like me and the other wrestling collectors out there who like to collect things, not things other than just, you know, shirts, but, you know, videotapes, you know. How about videotapes, maybe figures, or maybe other merchandise from, you know, the WWE, as what it used to be called back in the days, WWF. But it's not fair for other collectors out there who are trying to hunt for shirts, but other people with no knowledge whatsoever are trying to rip you off with your hard-earned cash just for a good shirt like this. And you know, some people who are already collecting already know the value of some shirts, like me myself. And some shirts that people try to sell is not worth over $100, not even like $120. That's ridiculous. I don't know who's been doing that for the last 2 years, but it's been happening that long ago. And before the vintage community, I've been collecting. And guys, please, like I said, if you see shirts that are like this, seems like nothing, right? Well, if you look closer, you can see the holes in here. Aww. Guys, if somebody is coming up to you and they ask you if you got vintage shirts, you want to buy vintage shirts, and they show you something like this, please walk away, because they are trying to take your hard-earned cash for something like that for 80 bucks, even $100. I am not even making this up. I seen this exact shirt. There were no holes in it. Huh. And the guy wanted at least $40. See, now that's not bad if there's no holes in it. It's in perfect condition. But like I said, if somebody comes up to you and asks for $100 just for something like this, with the holes in it and faded, walk away. No way, dude. Please, walk away. I'm just giving you some tips. I am not targeting any other YouTuber, the vintage stores, the vintage community. I'm not threatening nobody. I'm not even bashing on nobody. I understand people gotta make that bread sometimes, but come on, please know what you're selling. And if you're a buyer, know what you're buying. Know what you're getting yourself into. What I do is that I look at what I'm going to buy. You gotta look at it. Make sure there's no holes in it, no stains whatsoever, bleach stains. Look at the tags. You gotta know what you're buying first instead of going for the buy. Take my word for it, please. That would be awesome. Let's get to the next shirt. So check it out. What we got here is a vintage bootleg Sting shirt. Believe it or not, I paid $6 just for this shirt. Unbelievable, I know. And shout out to the guy that actually hooked me up with the huge deal, because this was like the best deal I probably ever got for a wrestling shirt. You know, it has that nice vibe into it, as you can see. It has that 90s vibe. Really nice shirt. I like the details they put in here. It's a nice fitted shirt. Check that out. It's really dope. Let's go to the next one. So what we got here is another vintage wrestling shirt. We got everybody on here. It is a nice shirt. See, one thing about this shirt, like I said earlier, guys, do not fall for big deals where some guy will say 50 bucks. And as you can see, like an example how there's a hole right here. Maybe oh, there we go. We got another hole in the shirt. It has that distressed feeling to it, a distressed t-shirt. But it's not so bad. I like how it fits. It fits really good. Check it out. It's really nice. Really nice. Very nice. It's a nice t-shirt. And like I said, guys, do not fall for it. If you see something like this and somebody says $100, walk away. Once again, like I just said, holes, faded, run away. Other than that, it's not even a bad shirt. It's actually nice. It gives that 90s feeling into it. And you know, I love the feeling of old, very, very old shirts. And we got here is Stone Cold Steve Austin 1998 shirt. The man himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And if you guys don't got the tapes, I think you should. I recommend this one, Austin versus McMahon. A really good feud, if you ask me. Anyways, it's a really nice feeling to it. I actually love this one, and I did not pay much for it. I say about $11 free shipping, and it's really, really nice. Also,
The dark side is always there, waiting for us to enter, waiting to enter us. Until next time, try to enjoy the daylight. The dark side is always there, waiting for us to enter, waiting.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.